Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you don't know, my name is Jalyn. I'm a full-time creator, entrepreneur, wife, and dog mom. I suffer from hormonal acne. My face started breaking out about 3 years ago, and girl, it has been a freaking roller coaster ride trying to maintain clear skin. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how to create an everyday natural makeup look, even if you have acne-prone skin, oily skin, textured skin, imperfect skin, because I know what it feels like to not like what you see when you look in the mirror, and I don't want you guys to feel like that. So I want to share the techniques and tips that I've learned that have helped me feel beautiful every single day. Before we get started though, girl, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you can get makeup tips like this on the regular. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so it can be recommended to other girlies who want a natural beat as well. Step 1 is skin prep. Now, I've actually already done my skincare routine today, and I will link the products that I use down below, but gosh, this is a really important step that you don't want to skip. You have to start on clean, moisturized skin, and you cannot skip SPF. And what I like to do is actually let each skincare product sit for about 30 seconds to a minute before I apply the next one, so that my makeup base does not break up and peel later on. Step 2 is to prime the skin. You have to use the right primer for your skin type. Girl, if you have oily, acne-prone skin, you need something that's maybe mattifying, blurring, smooths your texture, and that's what I got for you today. If you do not get one product from this video, get this one. I swear by this product. Let me show you how much of this I've used. It's literally almost gone. I love this product so much. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder, and I have the universal shade. So this product actually has some really advanced technology that helps blur and smooth the skin, and what it also does is it soaks up the oils in your skin throughout the day. It does have like a slightly mattifying finish, and the crazy thing is I have actually had this for a really long time. It has just taken me so long to go through it because it just lasts for a really long time. This is how much, this is about how much I use, and honestly I may not even end up using all of this, but I put it on the back of my hand and then I just dab it across my face. I think if you have like mildly oily skin, you can probably get away with just putting this in your T-zone, but I really like to apply it all over. And this is actually something that I learned to do with this product because it has like such good blurring technology. I like to take a little bit on my ring fingers and I apply it underneath my eyes to help blur the lines and smooth the lines. And oh my gosh, the difference that it makes, so good. I like to hit the tip of my nose as well where I have like larger pores. Do you guys see how this just kind of soaks up the shine and the oils in my face? If you have extremely oily skin, you can probably go to the next step at this point, but I don't like for my skin to look so matte. So what I like to do is actually put a hydrating primer on top of this, which I know you're probably thinking like, girl, why are you using 2 primers? Trust the process, okay? This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum, and I have the shade Juice Boost. This is another very, very well-loved Danessa Myricks product. This one's actually almost empty, but girl, I already got another backup. You are supposed to let the blurring balm sit for like a minute before you apply other products on top of it. So mine has been sitting for about a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this glow serum. And I did get the shade that was a little bit bronzier, a little bit darker for me, because I like to look warm. I don't know, like I have very warm undertones, and I just feel like this shade just like, I don't know, brings out the warmth in my skin. And these 2 products, the blurring balm and the glow serum, they just pair together so well. It's like Danessa knew we were gonna use them together. Also, if you have experienced like pilling or, you know, breaking up of like your primers or skincare products or anything, you can try patting them in instead of rubbing it to prevent that pilling. Step 3 is to color correct. This is optional, but if you have dark spots or like post-acne scars, I highly recommend that you don't skip this step. I'm gonna be using 2 products to color correct. The first is the Maybelline Instant Eraser Color Correcting Concealer, and this is the orange shade. And then I'm also gonna be using the NARS Soft Matte Concealer, and this is in the shade Caramel. The key to color correcting is to only apply it where you need it and apply it very lightly. Like, you guys see this color, it's dark orange. So, you know, I'm not gonna really press this into my face because I don't wanna look orange. And you don't even have to use color correcting just for dark spots. You can use it for dark circles under the eyes. You can use it for hyperpigmentation. And if I have an active breakout, I will also apply this color correcting process over top of the acne. Now I'm taking the NARS concealer and I'm just gonna use a flat brush and pick up some of the product. And I'm just gonna tap this over top of where I applied the orange concealer. Now I like to use both of these products together because I feel like when you use the orange by itself, it's just too orange. Like, you would really have to be using like a very full coverage foundation, I think. And even then, I feel like it could still just look orange underneath the foundation. So I'm going in with this concealer that's about the same color as my complexion, just to help neutralize that orange so it's not so dark underneath my makeup. Now I'm taking a fairly dense brush and I'm just going to tap the products into the skin. And I'm really trying to make sure that I keep the product concentrated to the area in which I applied it, because I don't want to spread it out over my face, because that's just going to thin out the product and there's going to be less coverage. This is where the base of my skin is at now, and this is just with primer and color correcting. And as you guys can see, it is looking so much better already. Step 4 is to apply your complexion products. If you want to achieve that natural everyday makeup look, you might want to skip the foundation and choose a skin tint. Or you can still use foundation, but maybe pick one that's a lighter to medium coverage. For me, I'm gonna be using a skin tint today. This is from the Lip Bar. This is the Just a Tint 3-in-1 Tinted Skin Conditioner with SPF 11 and hyaluronic acid. I'm in the shade Caramel Delight, by the way. So because this is a skin tint, it's definitely gonna be lighter coverage. And when it comes to blending this out, I have a couple options. I can use a makeup sponge if I want to keep that, you know, lighter coverage effect, or I can use a foundation brush if I want more coverage. So it depends on, you know, what you're looking for. I think I'm going to go in with the foundation brush just because I do like to have a little bit more coverage, again, just to make sure that like my dark spots stay hidden. And I didn't apply a lot of product. Do y'all see how that just blended into my skin? Girl, melted. I didn't apply a lot of this because I want to work in layers. I don't want to apply it too heavy right off the bat and then I have like so much product on my face to blend out, you know? That's how it ends up looking cakey. Don't forget underneath the chin and the neck. And you can see as I'm blending this out, I am not applying anything underneath my eyes because that's where I'm gonna place my concealer. And again, I don't want too many layers on my face because I wanna keep it natural. Now I'm gonna go in with the Hourglass concealer. This is in the shade Flax. This is a very full coverage concealer, but I'm only gonna use a few dots. Let me show you how to apply this and still keep it natural. I'm just gonna do and do. That's all you need. So I'm gonna use a brush to blend this out. This brush is actually from IT Cosmetics. It's a dual brush for foundation and concealer. I'm just gonna use the concealer side. You see how nice that is? Like, it's still nice and bright, but it doesn't look overdone. Like, it still looks pretty natural. It just makes me look more awake and alive. Step 5 is to set the face. Because we got oily skin, girl, we know that we cannot just throw on some mascara, lip gloss, and walk out the door without setting our face. Absolutely not, okay? My makeup will be sliding off my face in an hour. So I am gonna set my face. I'm using the Huda Beauty setting powder, and this is in the shade Pound Cake. I have some on my little powder puff here. I'm just gonna make sure that concealer is blended in and smoothed out before I apply the powder, because I don't want to apply the powder if there are still lines under my eyes, because then the powder is going to set in the creases of those lines. And what I like to do too when I'm applying the powder is, you know, when I pick it up in the lid like this is how it comes out, right? It looks crazy and uneven. That's how it would apply on my face. So what I like to do, dab it onto the back of my hand so I have an even coating across the powder puff. That is going to give me a more even application. Now for the rest of the face, I'm actually going to use a tinted setting powder. This is from Kosas. This is the Pillowy Cloud Set, and I have the shade, oh no, sorry. This is the Cloud Set, and I have the shade Pillowy. I'm going to use a fluffy brush and just apply this in my T-zone. I don't really want to apply it all over because I do still want to have a natural skin-like finish. And the tip here is to press it into the skin versus like brushing it on or sweeping it across your face, because that is going to help lock the product into the face. Step 6 is to apply the rest of your powder products, and to do that, we are gonna bring some color back into this face. Because I didn't contour, I am gonna go in with a powder bronzer. This is from YSL. It is the All Hours Hyper Bronzer in the shade 4. And I'm just gonna use this to warm up the face so I don't look pale, girl. This one and the Makeup by Mario powder bronzer, those are like two of my favorites. For blush, I'm going to use this one from Patrick Ta. This is the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in the shade She's That Girl. And as you can see, she's very well loved. And because I want something that is more of an everyday look, I'm not going to bring it up to my temples like I normally would. I'm not gonna bring it into the crease or the corner of my eye like I would. I'm really just gonna keep it focused on the high points of the cheek. To dial this down and blend this out a little bit more, I'm just gonna go over top of it with this makeup sponge and just really blend it into my other products. And then sometimes when I feel like it's coming in too close to the center of my face, I take my powder puff, I just take it over my smile lines to help diffuse some of that blush there. Do you guys see the difference? Since this blush has a cream side, I'm gonna use that to my advantage. And this is a technique that Patrick Ta has talked about before, and he suggests applying the cream product on top of the powder product to give you like a glowy, dewy finish, and so you don't look dry, matte, cakey. I picked some up on a sponge and now I'm just dabbing it off on the back of my hand so I don't get a ton of color right off the bat. I want to build it up, you know. I'm just gonna apply it really to the high points of my cheekbone. Hopefully you guys can tell on camera the small difference that this makes, just adding that kind of glow, that sheen. I'm gonna add a touch of highlighter. This is the Fenty Beauty Demi Glow Highlighter in Yum Rum. I really love this highlighter because it almost gives you like a wet look, like it's not a super like powdery or glittery formula. How pretty is that? Aside from using cream blush to bring some dewiness back to your face, you can also use a highlighter stick. This one is from Mango People and it is the Sun Glitter Highlighter. I take this onto a small sponge and just lightly dab it at the top of my cheekbone. Step 7 is the brows and the eyes. Technically, my eyebrows are done because I got powder brows with a little bit of microblading back in 2023. However, when I wear makeup, I like to add in a little bit of filling to my brows just to like bring back in some of the color, because you know when I'm applying all the products over top of it, they kind of get faded out a little bit. The full color of them isn't there, so I like to bring back just a little bit of color. So I'm going to lightly fill in my brows with this brow pencil from Benefit Cosmetics, and this is in the shade 5. If you guys want a video on like the powder brow microblading process, what it was like, I do have some content on Instagram and TikTok about that process. If you have super thick natural brows, you probably don't even have to fill them in. If you're doing like a natural makeup look, you could probably just do like a brow gel or do like a brow tint. I'm going to leave my eyelids bare and I'm just gonna curl my lashes. And what I actually really love doing, guys, is using a brown mascara if I am doing like a natural makeup look. Oh my gosh, brown mascara eats so bad. And the one that I really fell in love with that made me be like a fanatic about brown mascara is the Lash Clash from YSL. I did also try the Too Faced brown mascara. Did not like it. The Better Than Sex in brown, hated it. I would have taken it back to Ulta if I didn't have to drive out there. Like if it was closer to me, I would have taken it back because I was like, I don't like this at all. But anyways, today I'm gonna use the new Lashy Doll Flutter Extension Mascara. This mascara is super fluttery, honestly. Like that's what it does. It makes my lashes just look long, flirty a little bit. I completely forgot to mention this, but usually what I like to do is apply a loose setting or translucent powder to my lashes before applying mascara, because what this does is it helps prevent smudging. It helps the mascara stick to your lashes. I take like a super fluffy brush and I dip it into my setting powder, dust it over my eyelids, and then I apply my mascara. So pro tip, step 8 is to apply your lip product of choice. I'm gonna do like a pinky nude that's very close to my natural lip color. Just make sure that you choose something that's flattering on you. Oh, this is the MAC Lip Pencil in Cork, by the way. I'm gonna blend this in a little bit, kind of diffuse it some, so it's not such a harsh line around the edges of my lips. And now I'm gonna apply the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Pillow Talk. Step 9 is to set the face. This is the final step. And girl, this combo right here has never failed me. This is the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray in the One Size mattifying setting spray. I like to go in with the one size first because I don't want like the lasting, how do I phrase it? I don't want my face to look matte. That's why I like to put the Charlotte Tilbury on top. Okay girl, 9 steps later, we have our final face, a very natural, very cutesy, very everyday makeup look. As I mentioned, everything that I used in this video is going to be linked in the description box below, so definitely check it out. And girl, make sure you get the freaking Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Us oily, acne-prone skin girlies, look, we gotta stick together. Be sure to follow me over on Instagram and TikTok to keep up with my day-to-day life and see more beauty content. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to check out my playlist on other makeup tips, beauty hacks, all the things, and I will see you guys next time. In, out, tourist love. Baby, you're a star, strike pose. I can't sing.